music.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Mario. This is a channel all about amusement park type stuff, but mostly coasters. Today, where are we?
Six Flags.
Over what?
Texas.
There's theming already in the park. Like, this is sort of like Fiesta Village at Knott's, right? So that's already a good start, theming. Looks like everyone's in line for the new coaster, the Super Loop, El Diablo. But we're going straight toward
That's a big Super Loop.
Lava Bora. Yeah, it is a big Super Loop, so maybe it is the biggest one. So we decided to dip. Lava Bora's not even testing yet, and we know it's low capacity. We'll just skip the lines for it later. So we're gonna be heading towards New Texas Giant and Goliath. Since it's further back in the park, it's not like the first two rides as you walk in. Hopefully those are running and open. Yeah, what is this? Calico? Yeah, it's actually nice to have a Six Flags park that doesn't just have like generic buildings everywhere you go. Hopefully the big coasters are testing right now, and we'll get on Lava Bora later. Shade in the queue. They have shade, Johnny.
That's nice. At Cedar Point.
Yeah. Basically, we're saying, oh, there it goes. It's running. Basically, we're saying over Texas is better than Cedar Point. Oh my God, there it is. I love me some RMC. This ride looks so good in person, dude. It looks so much bigger than you'd expect. It definitely looks almost as big as Steel Vengeance, dude. I definitely was not expecting it to be this big. I mean, I knew the stats and everything, but holy crap, it looks so nice. We've been walking for like a minute and a half in this line. We still haven't gotten there.
Walking?
We've been like jogging for a minute and a half. So we're gonna get our first ride in the front row because there's nobody up here. So we just got off our first ride. We were the only two people on the train. It was going kind of slow, I would think. We sat in the front row too. It was definitely really fun. I think we both agreed, like, our first impressions are it's the worst RMC we've been on so far. And not to say that that's anything bad, it's still like insanely fun. But this is the most tame by far.
It was still super fun. I just am not a fan of like floater airtime.
Yeah, it had a lot of floater airtime and really fun floater airtime, like better floater airtime than something like Diamondback, like more floater airtime than a B&M Hyper. So
I'm hyped for Goliath.
Yeah, Javi is really excited to go on Goliath's sister coaster or brother coaster. I don't know. Don't want to assume their gender. Titan, because that's what we're right next to. That's probably what we'll do next. We're going for one more ride. We're gonna sit back row. Definitely the best part about this compared to other RMCs is the trains. The trains were super comfortable. They don't crush your thighs as much as the RMC restraints. I think also the lack of ejector airtime kind of plays into that. But it's fun since it's kind of tame. There's like certain pops that you don't expect. I know there were a couple times where we were like, whoa, where we didn't expect there to be airtime. But we liked it enough to go on again, that's for sure. We just got off Texas Giant New Texas Giant in the back row. That was really awesome. Way better in the back. There's like very mild floater airtime in the front.
Floater airtime.
Floater airtime. Floater airtime. Floater airtime. Floater airtime. But there's actually a lot of ejector in the back. And the laterals from the overbanks, pulling out of the overbanks, so much fun in the back. I really like that. Before I didn't even think that would be in my top 25, and now I'm pretty sure it is. So now we're gonna be going on Goliath, I mean Titan. Sorry, they both look exactly the same. Javi, you excited for the extra helix?
Woo, yes. But Goliath will always be best.
What if this one's better than Goliath though?
Not gonna happen.
It probably will happen.
We disagree.
I agree with myself. So we just got off a Titan, aka Goliath, with an extra helix before the mid-course. Really solid. Like, it is a little bit shakier than Goliath, but that extra helix makes it so much more enjoyable. The extra helix after the airtime hill.
And say that, so much more enjoyable. That's rude.
Javi's just offended because Goliath he has like a lot of sentimental value for. But this ride was definitely better. The crossbars that go over your head, like for like half of the helix, was awesome. Other than that, it's the exact same ride. Javi, your thoughts? Javi wasn't as big of a fan, but she still likes it better than New Texas Giant. Javi's more of a fan of positive G's as opposed to negative G's. What did you think, Javi?
It was really fun.
But what else?
I liked it. It's just, it'll never be Goliath, so sorry. Goliath is better.
With no reason whatsoever. That's okay.
Because Goliath was my first big boy coaster.
Goliath was my first big boy coaster too. It's also just a normal or just a general park thing. It's really nice to have all this greenery. And there's just shade everywhere, which is really nice. Like also just this little bridge leading to the smoking area. It's a lot nicer than, you know, a majority of Magic Mountain. These gates are just here in case you forgot this is Texas and New Texas Giant. Just to remind you, hey look, it is Texas. Look, more Knott's theming. This is very Knott's-esque.
This is what it's gonna say on my tombstone. He needed killing.
But I just love seeing a little bit of theming everywhere. It just makes it like a more enjoyable park to walk around. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
So one of Javi's favorite manufacturers is Schwarzkopf, and we've never been on a double loop in one, so we're pretty excited. And Javi, why is Schwarzkopf one of your favorites?
Because of Monty.
Well, yeah, because of Montezuma. Why is Montezuma one of your favorites?
Because I like the loop.
The positive G's in the loop, because Javi is just such a positive person. Javi's so much more positive than I am, right?
Yep, that's me. So positive. It's just, it'll never be Goliath, so sorry.
What if this one's better than Goliath, though?
Not gonna happen. So positive.
That was surprisingly really fun. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about it for the most part. The ejector airtime was so surprising. It reminded me a lot of Scandia Screamer of all things, believe it or not. Because it just hit you with the random pops of ejector. Had some good floater moments too. And of course the double loops were a fantastic way to start things off. But it was like Scandia Screamer with a couple loops. What do you think?
Yeah, super fun. Definitely really enjoyed it. Not better than Monty.
I disagree at the moment, but we both agree it's way better than Revolution. I mean, without a doubt.
You don't have to be very good to be better than Revolution, though. So positive.
Those pops of airtime were just so crazy. Super, super fun. I'd say it's a must ride in the park. Javi saw Texas Skyscraper. What'd you say?
Oh, bad word.
It's worth adding that she is afraid of carnival-sized swing rides that don't do anything scary and aren't the second tallest in the world.
Let's go on this instead.
Yeah. Well, we're going on Mr. Freeze right now. Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast. I've definitely never been on something like it before. Yep, so this, Johnny just had a funny reaction too. She's like, oh my god, there's literal pistols. Yeah, this is a Kitty Swings ride themed to revolvers. So that's really funny. I love it. I think Javi's a little nervous. Yeah? You don't want to get reversed in your blast? What is this queue line? Oh, it's like we're touring his factory or something. It is very nice in here because it is freezing cold, and I like that.
Amusement parks, if you make your attraction look like it's run down, you'll never have to spend money on upkeep.
Yeah, Six Flags already knows that pro tip, Johnny. This is totally giving me Batman the Ride at Magic Mountain vibes, with just the entire queue being metal. This has awesome air conditioning, and the air conditioning's also theming. Honestly, one of the cooler things about this ride is they have a station that whichever station is ready loads into the middle, so it has a moving station. How was that?
That was really fun.
That was insane.
I was a little nervous at first, but...
Johnny was nervous at first. I was like, oh, it's nothing. And then once it launches, we go in that first inversion backwards. I'm the one crapping myself and Javi's the one having fun. It was so much more forceful than I expected. And the one thing I didn't notice was I knew it sort of used the LIMs or the LSMs, I forget, to launch you up that spike. I didn't know it launched you back down. I thought it just free fall down that spike. And the operations on it are fantastic. The throughput is incredible because of that station. So what did you think, Javi?
Yeah,
We've been on all the best rides
take
so
that
far.
over New Texas Giant.
Definitely have to do
I
that
could
again.
handle going on that multiple times in a row.
I don't think I could do that multiple times in a row either. Definitely one of the highlights of the park so far, though. Definitely. Batman the Ride?
Definitely one more time.
Definitely. Batman the Ride or Texas Skyscraper?
How about Batman the Ride? I hate Batman.
Javi hates Batman, but she's too afraid. So Javi made our decision. I'm pretty excited. Javi's pretty terrified. I can only imagine what's going through her mind right now.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Look at it up there, Javi. Look at
I don't really want to.
Javi is gonna poop her pants.
Joke's on you. My pants are pre-pooped.
This area of the park reminds me of other Six Flags parks. It's honestly just a lot of pavement, not a lot of shade coverage, a lot of DC themed rides. Not that it's a bad thing. It's just definitely the New Texas Giant and Titan side of the park looks a lot nicer just because of all the foliage and trees. I really appreciate that stuff. This is the first time today I've really been feeling the heat at all. One thing I really wanted to mention, the ride-offs have been super nice at every ride so far. Even when I had my bag where it wasn't supposed to be, they're just like, hey, can I move this over here for you? Really, really nice ride-offs. I love that.
You have fun before before you go on the ride.
Honestly, no complaints about this park. They have a lot of single rider lines at this park, like for Sky Screamer, and they had one for Lava Bora. This is also the first line we really had to wait in because we got on New Texas Giant first thing in the morning, and all the other rides have had really, really good operations.
You guys are great.
Did not like that at all. That wasn't even like a. That was so fun. I was scared. That was just I don't want to do that again. I'm fine.
Yeah. It was, I'll admit, it was pretty scary because it's not like the Cedar Fair ones where they have like the metal arm. It's just skinny little chains. And 400 feet in the air is pretty freaking high. I mean, you're pretty much twice as high as all the attractions in the park. I enjoyed just laughing at Javi. Shows you how good of a boyfriend I am.
It wasn't that bad because I'm afraid of those swing rides in general, but like that one really wasn't that terrifying until it got windy.
Yeah, the wind was swaying us a little bit. It was fun. We're entering the DC section of the park. Shiny new DC rides. Got the Riddler's Revenge. Has quite a long wait for it. Catwoman's Whip is a 2-seater Zamperlable layer. We went on one of those at Kentucky Kingdom. Pretty fun ride. It was the 1-seater model and it had no line, so I think we're probably gonna skip Catwoman's Whip. We're checking out the 40 free spin, gonna see how it compares to the one at Discovery Kingdom that we just rode. Doesn't look like it has much of a wait. One disappointment for the day is Harley Quinn Spin Sanity is closed. Really, really sad because we've never even seen something like this in person before. They have all these benches set up in front of it, so I don't have high hopes for it opening. It's really trippy since we just spent like a whole weekend riding Batman the Ride to see the exact same ride, just in different colors. We just got off Joker, the park's 40 free spin. Batman's a little bit better. On the way up the lift hill, for Batman, you have fins that just give you a little tease, rock you back and forth a little bit, and that's a lot more fun than just going like just
Doing nothing.
plainly straight up. Other than the magnet fins up the lift hill, it's about the same. We like Batman the Ride better, which is good. We don't have to ride this one again. Gives us more time to ride the really awesome other rides in the park. And speak. So the next coaster of our day, Judge Roy's Scream, is their old wooden coaster. It's by their nice little lake right here. Definitely a more scenic part of the park. Nice little line for it. I've not heard anything great about this ride. I'm expecting it to just be, you know, somewhat mediocre. But, you know, I'd also like to be surprised. What'd you think, Javi?
Pretty fun.
Pretty fun indeed. I mean, it's one of those rides you can just go on, smile. It bounces up and down a lot like all classic PTC coasters do. Pretty decent ejector airtime going up some of those hills in the front row. The last little airtime hill really throws you out of your seat. Definitely better than I expected. Really not a bad ride here of all the coasters we've been on. So this is where the train ride goes. It looks pretty scenic and pretty. I don't think we'll hop on it. We're not big train fans. So bummer. Javi and I can't get the kitty credit because it says you must be accompanied by, I guess, under 54 inches. And Javi is above 54 inches in case you were wondering. This looks more like Frontierland at Disneyland than France, I gotta be completely honest.
No, there's pictures and an accordion.
Yeah. They have a cannon. The French had cannons in the olden days, right? I appreciate the theming, I'm just a little confused by it. This is what we got for food. What is that? Brisket, nacho cheese fries, I think. And then this grilled chicken salad. Honestly, the ordering process was not very easy. There's no line for the self-order kiosks, so we went there and then scanned our pass and we're like, oh, we can't get our drink refills from here, so we'll just go on the line, cancel the order, and then it already counted us as having used our meal. The employees were really awesome about it. They understood. They just gave us our meal even though it was already scanned off the thing. It was definitely dealt with well, so I appreciate that. I don't think we said what place we were at, but we're at the JB's Smokehouse. I think they have them at all the other Six Flags as well, so it's definitely not unique. The salad is good. The barbecue fries are mediocre, honestly. But if you're looking for something like fresh and healthy, I recommend the grilled salad here. It's pretty nice. We're heading to Pandemonium. Hopefully it's not too long of a wait. They also have a Justice League Battle for Metropolis right next to it, which is weird that it's like so far away from the other DC stuff. At least it feels like it's far away from the other DC stuff. I don't know. Javi, excited for Pandemonium?
Yeah. What?
Are you excited to ride the coaster that's in front of us?
Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
We just got off Pandemonium. Pretty fun. It didn't spin a whole lot. There's this one section where it really whipped us around nice and fun. Experienced my first sideways airtime, so that was fun. Javi's first ever experience on one of those Gerstlauer ones. What did you think?
Pretty neat.
She liked it better than Sierra Sidewinder. I didn't, just because Sierra Sidewinder's a little more intense. They got another one at Fiesta, Texas. We're gonna check that one out. We'll compare and contrast.
Compare and contrast.
Now we're waiting for a mini mine train. All right, guys, we practiced on mini mine train, so now I think we're ready for a regular mine train, which is a ACE landmark, I believe, for being the first aero mine train. I didn't read the sign. You can pause. I didn't read the sign, but I do believe this is the first aero mine train, which is pretty cool. Javi and I are pretty excited. What are we going on?
Lava Bora.
Yeah, neither of us have been on one of these bobsled style coasters before. We got our skip the lines for it because we know that it gets a pretty long line, which it does have a decent sized line. So these will definitely be worth it. Are you pretty excited to go on a new ride type?
Super excited.
So we'll see if it's any good or not, but excited nonetheless. So we just rode Lava Bora.
Super neat. I liked it a lot.
Fun fact about this, it used to operate at Magic Mountain. I believe it was built around when the Olympics were going on in LA. And every car was themed to a different country, and it was bobsled themed. I could be wrong, so fact check me. It was really fun. It feels like a water slide, but you're in a roller coaster. Life's good. Just got us some free soft serves with our dining plan. Round 3 on Texas Giant is what we're gonna be doing. Pretty excited. It's probably warmed up.
They have karaoke.
That's kind of fun. If you're singing, not if you're listening.
Burn.
Hopefully it's warmed up a little bit and is going faster. I'd be surprised if it's not going a bit faster.
If all food came in cones, we'd never have to wash dishes.
Listen up, food people. Round 2 on Titan. No more of this, okay?
What?
Only good rides from now on.
Oh no.
Round 2 of Titan, really, really fun. That extra helix just makes it so much more of a complete ride, honestly. Don't you think so?
No comment.
I just love the head choppers. So now we're actually heading to New Texas Giant. I'm gonna use their skip the lines on that.
Yeah.
Yeehaw?
It'll be fun. Yeehaw.
New Texas Giant round 3.
It was actually better this time.
It was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's probably better than Joker.
Disagree. Joker is more fun. You go upside down.
Joker has more variety in that you go upside down. I agree. This has better airtime, so I think that's why I like it better. I'm partial to airtime. I do appreciate the fact that Joker has better variety, but Joker does not have as strong an airtime. It's definitely running better now than it was earlier. These big RMCs like Vengeance doesn't run that well until later in the day. Definitely glad we got on it. This park is very confusing to walk around. There's it's not just like a general circle, and even Discovery Kingdom is just kind of like a horseshoe more or less. This has so many weird subpaths and dead ends, so we've been doing a lot of walking around today. It's fine. I mean, what can you do?
Pick your wedgie.
They could have better signage, is what they could do. We're gonna go on Runaway Mountain now. The waterfall is not running today. Oh well. So we went on Runaway Mountain and Javi's all disoriented because it's a bunch of left turns and that's it. It has this one really surprising drop in it. She keeps trying to point.
This is like naturally where it wants to go now versus.
Because of the left turn, she keeps just pointing her head to the left. We're gonna ride Batman the Ride. That's the only coaster we haven't been on that we're able to get on. We're not too excited because we want to go on Mr. Freeze again, and that's a really intense ride, and Batman is obviously a really intense ride. But we have to get all the credits, and we'll skip it tomorrow, right? But the colors are different at least. That's a plus.
They're ugly.
Well, excuse you. It looks nice in this part of the park, actually. It looks cool next to Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, no, I guess it fits. It just in general, they're ugly.
Well, it's really faded colors. I mean, it's black and yellow at least. I guess we're just gonna see how it compares to the other. Like, the only Batman the Ride she's been on is at Magic Mountain. I've been on the one at over Georgia, Magic Mountain, and La Ronde, actually. So I'll see how this one stacks up. Not to sound like I'm complaining a lot, because I really, really like most things about this park. This is definitely a fantastic park so far. But a lot of their queues, you have to walk through the entire thing, even if it's a station wait, no matter how long the line is. It's really not that big of a deal. Obviously, I'm very happy that the park is not that busy today. Oh, we have those at our park. Our restaurant, America's Watch. And we're still walking, and we're still walking. Upstairs means we're by the station at least. There we go. So that's it. We hit all the credits that we can ride. Happy? Credit boys? Credit hoarders for today?
Yeah, that was fun.
It was a little shakier than Magic Mountain's Batman the Ride. I've heard that one's the best.
Yeah.
Definitely not gonna ride it again. But yeah, we're gonna ride Mr. Freeze again. We're gonna just do re-rides till the park closes. Mr. Freeze, Shockwave, maybe even New Texas Giant again. Maybe front row, maybe back row, because that's the best. And maybe it's closed. We're doing Judge Roy's Scream again. Definitely not a coaster I thought I was gonna re-ride coming into the day, but Reverse Blast was closed. We have time to go on 3 rides. We're gonna hopefully get this, Shockwave, and New Texas Giant again. We did back car of Judge Roy's Scream. It was okay. In the back, it was definitely just a mediocre ride. Definitely ride front row. It's worth like a couple extra rotations because you actually get like ejector going up the hills. But I definitely recommend checking it out. Just nothing special in any of the other rows, I don't think, other than the front. So it's open now. Let's get on. Also, we only have 20 minutes till close, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get on this and New Texas Giant. But we already got 3 rides on that at least, and we'll be here tomorrow. We did our second ride on Reverse Blast. Javi didn't like it as much this time. It was too intense for her. It's only like 2 minutes till park close. We're probably not gonna make it to New Texas Giant because it's on the other side of the park. We're just hoping to make it on Shockwave or honestly something before the park closes. It just hit 6 o'clock. We definitely were not gonna make it to New Texas Giant. We didn't even make it to Shockwave, but we did make it to Superman Tower of Power. Never been on a combo mode tower before, so should be interesting. There we go. Look at this little guy we found right outside of Superman Tower of Power. He's just looking at us. That's a snapping turtle, dude. See how massive his head is? Javi has called him Henry. Want to feed him? Here, here's my finger. Come bite it. Oh, he farted. He's cute. Bye-bye, Henry.
Bye, Henry. So basically, it's just in all the creeks and waterways that you see at the park were here before. So the wildlife, including like fish, birds, turtle that we just saw, and even beavers are actually just found here.
I like this sign for the Rolling Rapids. It's neat. The layout of this park is so confusing. We thought we were going towards the exit, and then a security guard was like, "Can I have you guys just exit that way?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." Because we have no idea where the quickest way to anything is. Javi says this is the most American hat she's ever
Bald
seen.
eagle made out of the American flag on a baseball cap that's made out of denim.
This is the only store in the park other than the specific ride gift shops that have coaster merch. And no coaster shot glasses, which is really unfortunate. Like if they had this design on a shot glass, I would definitely buy it in an instant. So we're making our way out. We had a fantastic time at the park. Javi and I were just talking and saying that we're not sad that it's not our home park. We're definitely happy we have another day to get re-rides on stuff, but one day would have been enough. I think part of that was because it wasn't that busy and the ops were pretty fast for the most part, so that was a huge help, but we could have still done.
A video, sir?
Yeah?
For what, YouTube?
Yeah. You want to say something?
Hi, YouTube. What's your channel?
Mostly coasters.
I'll look it up.
Awesome, thanks. Have a good day. Friendly employees. Rides were really good. Like, really solid lineup, I'd say. But yeah, like, really fun park overall. Glad we're coming back tomorrow. New Texas Giant just got better throughout the day. Really okay ride at first. It was really fun. Floater airtime. Got ejector airtime the second time and then just crazy ejector the third time. Definitely a solid park. I recommend it. Got anything to say before we wrap up?
Don't trip on that.
Okay. Bye. Anything actually to say?
It was really fun. I don't know what my favorite from the park was because I really enjoyed Mr. Freeze the first time, and then the last time we went on it, I don't know if it's because we just got off Batman and that messes me up or what.
This thing was fun.
Oh,
Extra
that
double
might have been
helix.
my favorite.
That was your favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to have something familiar, but like even better.
Yeah.
Oh, so there she goes. She said it's even better. There we go. We got that. But until next time.
Yeehaw.